It struck me as I was doing soccer against Quincy that we play the Hawks every year, but now you play the Hawkeyes, the Iowa University Hawkeyes, to open the season. What's that like? What are you feeling going in?
Well, we're just trying to get prepared. They play multiple defenses, and there's enough stress on us with only 10 or 11 practices just to get some basic man-to-man stuff in. But they press, and they can run different types of zone defenses in the half court, and certainly man-to-man. And so trying to get something in so we can go against whatever they throw at us has been a challenge. But the guys have responded, and we'll see where it leads.
Exhibition game for you, right?
For both of us.
For both of you, okay.
Yes.
Good. In the preseason, the pre-conference season, exhibition season, whatever you want to call it, you've played some major D1 schools, Missouri, now Iowa, among others. And the reason for doing that, what's your thought?
Well, it's an opportunity for our players. The exposure is good for our program, and certainly appreciate Coach McCaffrey and obviously Coach Anderson before at Missouri giving us that opportunity and that venue. And I think it's really good for our program. I think it's really good for our student athletes to see what the big time is like. Mm-hmm. And so it's something I know they're looking forward to and excited about, and I'm looking forward to it also.
How does that happen? How do you approach an Iowa and say, do you want to play? Was it their idea? How does it work?
Well, in this case, our assistant coach Jimmy Williams got an email from an assistant at University of Iowa, and I think each year they'll play a Division II, and they sent out, I'm assuming, to every Division II program in Illinois and Missouri and Nebraska, adjoining states to Iowa, and we responded, as I'm sure others did. And during the course of the conversation when they called, I mentioned one of our former players who played here before I did, who's one of their big boosters. And his name is Charlie Funk, and he's CEO of a bank in Iowa and one of the best to ever be at William Jewell in basketball. He's in our Hall of Fame, Athlete of the Year, all that sort of thing. So when we got off the phone, I called Charlie, and Charlie called, and I found out later that the assistant coach's banker was Charlie Funk. So I think I think Coach Williams' response to them, their response back, and then a little phone call from one of their big boosters, all that probably played into it.
Sure.
So with Missouri, 3 years ago, it was a personal relationship with Coach Anderson at the time, and he reached out to us. But no, it'll be an exciting time for us, and obviously they're pretty good. Mm-hmm. They have 4 starters back, and the Big Ten's a great conference, and they have some good new recruits in. Their length will be a challenge for us.
Absolutely.
A lot of big guys. But again, I think once we get into it, if we can get settled down and figure out a way to put some points on the board and prevent second and third shots, I think it'll be a good experience for us.
Last year you lost a bunch of seniors. What is this team going to look like?
We do have a lot of new faces. We have really a 15-man squad. We have one player who will redshirt this year. So we essentially have 7 returnees and 7 new guys. And it'll be a mix. We're still trying to figure out who can do what. And we do have only one center and only one power forward and 13 guards. Mm-hmm. Now, we're not necessarily short. We have a 6'6" guard and a 6'5" guard, but not used to defending in the post area. And that's a challenge. I think the challenge for us, at least from my perspective now, will be if we can defend and rebound without a lot of power players.
Right.
And then offensively, if we can get second and third shots. But I like our group. They're working hard, getting to know each other and putting the pieces together. We've reunited Patrick Whelan with one of his good friends, boyhood friends back in England, and Pharaoh Gordon, and they played together for 6 years back then, and what would in Missouri or the Midwest would be called AAU basketball. Mm-hmm. So, but it's a good mix. They seem to like each other both on and off the floor, and we'll see how that continues once we start doling out playing time, because everybody wants more playing time. But it's a good group. Looking forward to seeing how we do after 11 practices.
Yeah, and that preview will come on Friday nights at Iowa, and that'll be interesting, Coach. Thank you for taking the time.